What is going on, everybody? My name is Conor and Lorraine. Welcome back to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast, and we are back again talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news that the real news is too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my best pal, Mr. Shaun Me. And Shaun, how's it going?
Good, you're back on form with those intros. You're nailing it consistently.
So technically, right, I messed up 1 week, like 3 weeks ago, okay? And Shaun has not let me forget it, first of all. But secondly, if I've done 600 right and 1 wrong, can you say I'm back on form, or did I have a slight dip in form?
Well, it's like the way, like, you know, the bleach kills 99.9% of germs.
Are you calling me bleach?
I think I'm calling you the bleach of podcasting.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Look, that's in my best man speech, is all I have to say.
So, Shaun, this is weird news. What do we do here?
You have spent the week gathering all of the weirdest news stories from around the world. You're about to read them all out to me, a man who has been too busy disinfecting his house to look at any weird news.
Well, that really what you want to do is you want to drink a little bit of it as well, because that's how you get the inside germs, because that's what they don't tell you about.
It's like a Yakult, but even stronger.
It's the exact same as a Yakult.
Exact same. That's what Yakult marketing told us to say. This episode's sponsored by Yakult.
I haven't heard the word Yakult said to me as an adult in so long. It doesn't get enough usage.
You used to have one of those things every fucking day,
lad. A yop. I don't know what they're called internationally.
And some kind of yogurt probiotic drink. And Actimel was big in Ireland.
Yeah. Actimel was always for the old people to make you shit yourself tin. Like, do you have constipation? You've got a little bit of a bloaty tummy? Drink this, lad. You'll be fucking grand.
I'm of an age now. I'll take it. You know?
Where is this episode gone?
I have no idea. This is weird news, folks.
If you could give this a like and follow whatever podcast platform you're listening to this on, genuinely, we would be surprised. But it would really, really help us out, just in the grand scheme of things.
If you want to be sound, the numbers keep going up. We're really happy with it. So thanks very much to everyone who does
People are being very nice, being very kind, dropping 5 stars on iTunes, 5 stars on Spotify. If you don't know how to do that, Spotify has the 3 little dots. iTunes just has the stars right in front of you, so it's quite
iTunes
simple.
Make it really easy and accessible, so just fucking do it.
But Shaun, weird news, we're not here to talk about us, even though we do have a Patreon as well. Link down below.
Pretty good, that was smooth. No one knows.
Thanks. We're reviewing Sky High this month.
Oh, Christ.
It was recommended by our patrons. That review will be coming out later on today as well. But Shaun, weird news. There was only one place I wanted to start because I felt like Japan. Japan has a special place in your heart, really.
It does indeed. Been there. Proposed there. Lovely place in the world.
We got married there, of course.
Of course. In some kind of samurai-style ceremony.
Yes. So Japan Zoo recaptures escaped bear in adorable emergency drill. So Shaun, what this is they got one of the zoo workers to cosplay as a bear on the loose to simulate an animal escape, and then they hunted him down and put him back in the cage.
That's got, like, how... I want to know the selection process for who gets to be the bear. Because that's the best gig in the world. Is
it? Or if... Look, I'm just throwing this example, right? You go to work every day in the zoo. A guy, I don't know, Larry. Larry's there. Larry
Common
pisses
Japanese
you off.
Name, Larry.
Right? Every Monday, I could nearly say Shaun. Every Monday morning, you walk in, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Larry's all about what you do at the weekend. How's your day? How's your life? Too happy, too nice, right? Larry's annoying you. Right? But here's the thing. This is your big moment because you're thinking it's kind of reverse psychology because you know you get to bring it down with a tranquilizer gun. So like,
I don't think they're actually tranking Larry though. I think it's like it's a paintballs if anything.
So do you nominate yourself or do you hope or maybe nominate? I think Larry would be doing a great job here, maybe just for the day, and then you to start getting more and more serious with the hunting section of it.
They ask for volunteers and you just push them forward, and then and like the drill is set for like 4 p.m. or something, so you have a whole day of work, and you're just like, you're sharpening a Bowie knife, like you're putting grease paint under your eyes.
But you never actually acknowledge it to Larry. Like, Larry's like, hey, what you doing over there? You're just like sharpening a blade, just looking down.
Yeah.
Nothing, just whittling.
Don't worry about it. Go back to your desk, Larry.
It's like Larry's trying to feed the fucking hippopotamuses or whatever, and you're just like, what you up to, Larry? Huh? You're going to be out of the way for a while, are you? They all come back and you're all just in camo gear with the makeup on.
You've got like a map spread across the table and you're moving little tokens around, one shaped like a bear.
Every time he moves.
Yeah, you're keeping tags. You're throwing an Apple AirTag onto him.
When he's on lunch break, you have the fucking little thing on the cafeteria on the map. That's where he is now. Everyone keep an eye on him. Do we have him? Do we have him in our sights?
Do you think, is there any situation in the world where someone comes in late that day and doesn't know it's bear escape training day and treats it as a real bear escape?
Somebody has been out sick for a few weeks, maybe a week or two.
Doesn't know this is coming up. And when that alarm sounds, full actual panic.
Full on shotgun pulls it out. Don't worry, guys, I got this.
So reaches under the desk, pulls out 2 9mm. It's like, okay, time to go.
And nobody has a chance to like tell them. They're just like, oh, they're gone. Oh fuck. Oh, Larry is so dead.
The of all the animals to escape as well, bear is the most like. I know we've repeatedly.
You have told me many a story of you and bears over our time here together, over the many years of sessions, of therapy sessions that we've had here on Weird News.
I was just having regular sessions. But if a bear is black, fight back. If a bear is brown, lie down. If it's a polar bear, you're dead anyway.
Yeah, that's the three rules that we know for a fact that Shaun, I think, read somewhere when he was a child or made up.
I think I heard it on like some kind of Bear Grylls bullshit documentary.
He's named after them. He's got to know what he's talking about.
He's one of them. He can't.
Is
be
he part of the rhyme? Which one is he?
If it's Bear Grylls, he actually goes to a hotel later on in the night.
And it's like a Premier Inn because it's Bear Grylls, no frills. No,
just on there. I'm not going to give it to you, honestly. I know where you're like. I get
Bear Grylls, all trills.
No, you're seeing it. That's the Bear Grylls theme park is what you're planning there. But
yeah, actually, Bear Grylls should have a theme park called Bear Grylls is all trills.
They just serve like lemonade and raw meat, and that's
all you need. And sure, look, you're only going to be healthy from that.
Do you know he went to Ireland and he just went out to the West and just walked around for a while?
Fuck off.
He did.
Was it like with a celebrity or by himself?
No, it was by himself as like ultimate survivor Bear Grylls. He skinned a sheep and slept in it. Like,
there's nothing to survive.
No. You just fight. You'll walk up to a farmer's field. He'll be like, "Oh, sorry, are you lost? Bring you in for some stew. Drive you back to town in the morning."
So where did he get dropped? I'm fascinated by this.
I think it was Connemara.
So he got dropped in the middle of one of the most popular tourist areas in all of Ireland. And
with regular bus routes and
just regular mapped times. And what he did was he skinned a poor fucking sheep that was just like in a field of some farmer.
Yeah, like it was. He's dropped Man vs. Wild. That was the.
What Wild is he versus?
The
slight rain. Maybe it was windy.
It was raining. Yeah. He skinned a sheep and used it as a raft, and also
a raft.
He slept inside of the skin. I think he went across a lake or some shit, which I would be like, just walk around, bear.
Where's he going?
I think he was just going south, as far as I can see.
I like the idea that like outside Dublin, that's all it is. People are just like, once you get outside Dublin, that is all Ireland. It's just a field.
Yeah, and like they're not wrong, but also it's not like a survival situation.
It's not like a terrain. It's a terrain, but it's not a terrain, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not like you gotta survive. You mostly just wander until you find a house.
Apparently, at one point, in one shot, if you turn the camera around, he was about 300 metres from Glenveigh National Park Tea Room.
There's people in there having sandwiches, just looking at him like, what the fuck is he doing out there?
What's your man doing with the sheep? Oh no!
Oh no! Oh heavens! So the drill is apparently an annual tradition of the zoo, according to the news outlet. One that's performed in full view of the public.
The tradition, like, surely there should be drills for this kind of thing.
True.
Surely that should be mandated by law, not we like doing it every year.
Maybe it was mandated, then it became a fun thing, because they're doing it now in the public's eye as well.
Right, you can just go watch a man be hunted for sport.
So this time around, the scenario involved a male bear that had escaped from its cage via a tree that had fallen from a preceding earthquake. Quite specific kind of situations.
Fair. Rake of earthquakes in Japan, though, to be fair.
Rake of trees. Despite the brown coloration of the costume, the disguised employee was reportedly supposed to represent one of the zoo's Japanese black bears.
Fight back, it's fine. I just go up and deck him.
He's like playing along and someone just squares up to him and just starts throwing some fucking headbutts.
Puts on a pair of brass knuckles, says come at me.
Once the fake bear started to rampage through the zoo, a group of around 20 employees and veterinarians carried out their containment plan. They used barricades, nets and even a rake to pin the bear down. They then pretended to tranquilise their co-workers, wrap them in a net and haul them away in the back of a van, presumably to take them back to the break room. Here's the thing, Shaun, with any situation like this. Firstly, funny idea. Someone should probably have taken it too far for the laugh and just like tackled them down and just like really went overboard like he was an actual fucking
like
bear.
Commit to the
commit to the bit. Or else he has to commit to the bit in the costume and just start wrecking fucking shit.
Yeah, like what is there? He must have a mandate of like, here's what you can do.
Yeah,
you know,
which is like, probably not that much. Maybe just walk around and roar at people a little bit. But I'm talking full destruction.
Yeah, I want him to kill someone. Like, that's what we do.
Scene in Jurassic World when they all get loose and they kill that one woman above the lake. And
they kill that one woman like 7 times. Yeah.
I want that.
That's what I want to happen.
This one man in a bear costume, and he actually releases the other bears, the real bears, as part of the thing.
I want you to get... Okay, I want Japan's most prolific serial killer in a bear suit. And we let him loose and tell him, if you get away, you're free. And then... And only then do we let the 20 lads try and take it out.
Then we'll see how good you are at containing the fucking bear. Huh?
Yeah. Now, he has to wear the bear suit, so he is impaired a little bit.
But he's allowed to bring his weapons from home.
Well, he can't use those in a bear suit, I'm sure.
Bear could pick them up, though. He could leave them around the park.
What's his weapons of choice in your head?
Depends. I mean, what kind of killer is he? Because he's Japan's worst serial killer. Are we deciding on that?
Prolific serial killer, yeah.
Now,
that probably exists, but I don't want to look it up because it's going to bring the tone down. But if we were to say, like, okay, he's a knife man. He's
a big knife man. He loves a knife.
Yeah, he likes to get in close and such.
He likes to see the light drain from their eyes when he's there.
Yeah, comedy. So if he's got those hidden, he gets... No, because a bear wouldn't have those, though. And this is a bear drill at the end of the day.
True. But also, bear drills are dumb for the sole reason that, I mean, the 20 of you are there, right? Because you're like, the drill is at 2 o'clock. Everybody's ready. But if an actual bear got out, you know for a fact only 3 of them are actually on the job that day. The rest of them are all gone home. One of them's having a cigarette break. The other one's maybe in the bathroom. And then there's one guy left just like watching the cameras and is like, oh shit, the bear is out. That bear has already killed multiple people by the time you get all 20 people together.
Yeah, so you're coming from different parts of the zoo. So yeah, the bear's going to pick you off in groups. Like some kind of Batman type creature. I'm
imagining the columns. And just like the guy in the bear suit just opened one of the fucking columns, like in not the columns, what are they called? The start with a G. They're at the top buildings. They're statues.
Gargoyle?
Gargoyles. Yes.
Oh, yeah,
I want the guy in the bear costume on top of the gargoyles as the fucking zookeepers get more and more worried as the further it goes.
Just brooding. And just like, but he's just like, he's just standing up there menacingly, kind of.
Yeah, like he's about to pick them off one by one. Like he's going to take them out.
So what happens to the rest of the zoo while this is going on?
I think it's just like a touristy thing that like people show up and just go to see it. I think our brains kind of immediately went, how do we take this too far?
Yeah, which is fair. But like, what if a real bear escape happens during the trial bear escape?
At the exact same time.
It's like, what are the odds?
And like, the bears are waiting for that day. That one day every year to be like, this is the day we make our escape.
That's the thing, and they've got nothing but time. Like, they're locked in that zoo forever.
If all they have to wait for long enough, they need to have that second where somebody sees the bear and goes, ha ha, isn't this a laugh? It's part of the drill. You get an extra 10 seconds doing that.
It's the opportune moment that the bears are waiting for, and they have nothing but time on their paws.
Nothing to lose.
So, and did they... I suppose they probably caught the bear, right, in the drill.
What do you mean? Yeah, obviously. I mean, he's not trying to get away.
What if the weird news was, hey, they didn't manage it? Like, don't you think?
But no, I think the guy, he just basically like walks super slowly.
Oh, this is horse shit.
Yeah, it's not.
I've looked up a video.
I mean, you have to commit, really, if you're going to do it.
He's dressed as a teddy bear. There's
no commitment at all.
No. What zoo is it? The Asa Zoological Park in Hiroshima, Japan. Do you know what? They've done very well.
How quickly he changed his tune.
Hiroshima's actually meant to be a lovely part. Lovely for cycling.
Vietnam. Oh, yeah. Well, no, they've done a lovely job. Yeah, absolutely.
Vietnam is quite nice as well. I know people that went there last week.
Lovely fucking spot, lads. And they've been through enough. Let's have this fucking zoo thing.
Lad, there's been war everywhere.
Everywhere, lads.
Everywhere's been touched by... God, you love Belfast.
What? Lad, you know what? I'll tell you this now and I'll tell you no more. We know who's been at it the most. And they're fucking near to us.
Oh, we fucking do, boys.
They cause most of them.
Have you seen what's happening with Texas at the minute? I don't want to get into it, but there's like... Texas is ready to just fucking leave the US.
Just walk off. I respect... I think you gotta stand by that. Like, I think you gotta go for it. Like, if this doesn't change, I'm leaving. And then if it doesn't, you gotta go. I think it's funnier if you're just like, alright, cool.
You take your football and you go home.
I'm going home. Screw you guys. I think that'd be good.
Move. Really? Okay. Well, we'll see how that plays out. I'll give you a tenner on it.
You get okay. We're going to move on, Sean. You don't need to know our like serious news from us, really. Like, we'll just give you bad ideas.
That's the thing. Yeah. Also, all of our takes are terrible. Do not follow these as
worst takes. Don't follow anything we say.
But follow us on all of your podcast platforms.
But Sean, what's more important right now is because, of course, we have our very famous segment, Shaun Solves.
Yes, and we do indeed.
It's
100% success rate.
It's a segment that we introduced last year, and look, we always kind of do a little bit of an intro to every single time, but it's a segment that I really enjoy, but that sometimes gets lost by the wayside because, if I'm honest with you, I forget about it. But then I remember. Right?
If only we had some kind of jingle to play.
See, we don't have a jingle, so I've nothing in my brain reminding me that it exists.
We have no one willing to edit a jingle into the show.
Exactly. Nobody who edits the show every single week would be able to edit in a jingle. I mean, that would be too much work, surely, Sean, correct?
It's impossible. Wouldn't work for me, wouldn't work for anyone else.
It would only take 10 seconds of work, but no, there's no need.
No, because if there's a jingle, I'll put it in. But I don't want to look for a jingle.
Send in a jingle that you've made yourself. Sean will put it in.
Just sing into your phone microphone. It's grand.
We'll put it in. Okay.
We'll put it in. We'll layer them all on top of each other.
Do you know what? If anybody wants to do a jingle, send it to our email. It's here'sforhire_@outlook.com. And if we get a jingle from somebody, we might put it in. Sean, will you promise that you'll put it in?
Yeah, I'll promise. Like, virtual handshake on that. If someone sends in a jingle, if multiple people send it in, we'll trial them and we'll trial
different ones and see what people like.
Yeah. And then, but yeah, if someone puts in the work to do it, I'll put in the work to put it in.
But Shaun Solves is a very interesting segment in that Shaun has solved every problem I've ever thrown at. We've covered relationships, we've covered marriages, we've covered friendships and parents and babysitting and weddings. Wasn't there one about like a dog wedding, I think?
Dog wedding, yeah.
Dog wedding.
So.
The most famous, of course, is My Girlfriend Smells, and I don't know how to tell her. It's basically just agony and questions that get sent somewhere else, and then I intercept them, and before the other expert has a time to answer, I don't care about their opinion. I care about the dumbest person I know's opinion, so I send it to Shaun.
Wait a minute, hang on. Well,
hang on a minute.
I feel something was said, not good.
My brain says no. But Shaun,
I'm happy to have attention.
There's like one happiness, like I like that people know it's me, but at the same time I don't like the feeling after it. I don't know what that is.
What cost?
So Shaun, I have a problem for you that I feel like you need to solve. This was sent in during the week into one of the newspapers, and it's into Dear Prudence, which is an anonymous letter thing in Slate magazine or Slate newspaper, not quite sure. But this is the headline: I'm convinced my evil mother-in-law is trying to poison me.
Oh, okay. So this is a life or death situation you're asking me to solve.
A life or death, and you are the man, of course, that I bring it to you.
Right, okay. I'll need some more information than just a headline, I will be honest.
So a woman has admitted she thinks her mother-in-law is purposely making her unwell as she suffers with a dodgy stomach every time they eat over there. And she knows that the mother hates her. Okay?
Okay. Right. How does she know she hates her?
So, my mother-in-law hates me and makes no bones about it when she and I are alone. Right? Holy shit. Right? My husband doesn't believe me, and she even gloats about that. So, it's one of those where he's like, anyone want a cup of tea, cup of coffee? Yeah, cool. He leaves the room. And when he leaves, she must turn around and go, you're a fucking little dickhead. Do you know that? And then when he comes back, she's like, you are stressed so nicely today. Oh my God, you're so clever. You actually are.
That's genuinely really sinister, if true. Just record her though. Like, record her on your phone saying that shit.
But is he going to trust? So then that's a plot of any CW show. It's a plot of all CW shows, and then it'll go, but you've got to believe me, and he'll be like, but it's my mother, I don't know, and then you'll just have two very pretty people trying to solve a problem they can solve in 5 seconds.
God, they're good shows.
Good stuff. But it'll be edgy. She further stated that they used to go over frequently for family functions. But after she put her foot down, her husband agreed that they could reduce the visits to monthly instead of weekly.
Okay, 12 visits a year. Yeah. Shouldn't be too bad.
She still, however, has her issues after each visit, and detailed that each time she goes over, she gets a bad case of diarrhea, and her husband doesn't.
Okay. Okay, so they eat every time they go over, is that the case?
It's for a dinner, right? And so she says now that she's too nervous to ask if the other in-laws are affected, because she didn't want it to get back to the mother that she's kind of investigating it, but doesn't want people to know that this is what she thinks, because of course it's a wild conspiracy theory, Shaun, but if you every time you go you get super sick with food poisoning and nobody else does, after 4 or 5 times you're going to start thinking.
No, that's fair, and I'm not saying that's not the case. Is there a chance you're just allergic to something and don't know it? That's another side of things.
True.
If you must go over, start fixing your own plate.
But is that rude? Will the mother-in-law see that as rude?
What's she gonna do? Not like her afterwards?
Well, to be fair, if she's poisoned her, yeah.
If you just say, "Oh, I'm on a new diet," or "I've changed what I eat." I just brought my own stuff. You need to understand
the game, because she's trying to play the game of like playing nicey nice with the mother-in-law, so the husband doesn't think.
Fuck all that shit, okay? if you're not more important to your husband than his mother,
Oh shit.
I don't break up, honestly.
I'm gonna get fucking Ricky Lake out here now, and we're gonna sort this right.
I'm just saying. You're the one he picked, okay?
This is the worst religion. Why do you sound like an episode of Jerry Springer? That's so weird.
Because I work with what I've got here, okay? And so she's a fucking weapon to you.
Yeah.
And then you said this to your husband, and he doesn't see it. One, I think, record that shit. What you do, you get 2 recorders going. Hide one, make sure she finds you recording another one.
And then thinks, ha ha ha, you thought you could record me, you silly girl. I've caught you. Ha ha ha. You're an even bigger fucking bitch than I thought. You've got all that.
You've got it all. Then you break a pool cue across her face.
You bring your pool cue from home.
Yeah. It's like one of the collapsible ones, so you have to screw it together and then get a real good swing.
She brings it in a little box. She brings the box, just like flips it open on the table, takes out the 2 bits, starts screwing them together. Like
puts chalk on the end.
You're about to get this, lad. You are about to get done.
You are ready for this. But if you must go over and you must keep doing these visits, I would just say, I've changed my diet. I'll just bring my own stuff. I'm gluten-free or something like that.
So she said because her husband doesn't suffer, she now thinks there's more to it. So I suspect that my mother-in-law is putting something in my food or drink. Last time I barely made it home before being struck down. She's revealed now that she's having to consider adult undergarments to help protect her in case she has an accident and doesn't make it to the toilet in time. And this is the only option.
She's upping the dose every time.
So she doesn't want to ruin the car ride home from her place as well. Shaun, I mean, the other option is, and this is a wild one, right? And I know this is Shaun's song, so obviously, as we always come back to, I am your humble servant. I can only bring you ideas.
Shaun solves, Conor collaborates. That's...
We need 2 jingles now.
No, please, no.
Someone needs to help another jingle. So, what if, don't change anything, right? Do not change anything. Go the next time the exact same, right? She serves the dinner.
Yeah.
You swap with your husband.
Yeah.
Like,
then
you just
he'll
swap.
understand. Unless she's thought ahead and she's pre-swapped the plates.
And she's poisoned everyone.
It's a real drink the Kool-Aid situation at the minute.
She's going to give herself the shits just to prove.
What's the end game here? To make her shit herself in front of everyone?
I think the idea is just to ruin her fucking life.
I would... The husband. Let's get on to him for a second. Because if my fiancé said to me, hey, every time I eat at your parents' house, I feel really sick and want
I'm
to
getting
shit
the
myself,
fucking shits.
I would say, right, we'll eat before we visit next time.
That's weird. You would think, wow, that's weird.
If she said, your mother is being an absolute fucking horror show to me, I'd be like, right, that'd be a weird thing to lie about.
Yeah.
Let's address this.
Yeah. Because what would she have to gain?
Yeah. Why would she just burn that bridge for no reason? How long are they married? Is it a happy marriage? Any kids? Dogs?
I don't have that information. I don't have. All I have is this letter sent to a newspaper. And so she doesn't say that her husband have been married a certain number of years or they have kids or anything. But it doesn't really matter.
Connor, we've locked it. I know what to do.
Oh, here we go.
You're throwing a dinner party.
Shit.
And you're going to play her at her own fucking game.
Yeah. Kill her. Side-eyed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, could be. Yeah. Could be the way to go. Could be the move.
Oopsie.
I was thinking, like, just do the same thing. And let her... Because then, psychologically... Because this is the world we're in now, that you can't just address this.
Yeah.
Psychologically, she knows... Oh, you're on the same page as me.
She knows that you know that she knows that you know that somebody's poisoning somebody.
Yeah, and so she's going to get reverse poisoned.
So, but then I think you should do that and then the next time you go, you should still swap plates. And what you do is how you get around it. You and the husband agree, before you go in, we're going to swap plates and drinks, right?
Yes.
And if she asks, we'll just say, it's a weird thing we seen on a show.
It's meant to make you closer as a couple or some
I
shit
don't
like
fucking
that.
know. Make up something, right? Just say, oh, we seen this weird thing. Lie, right? Say, oh yeah, we seen this weird thing and it's meant to like bring us together. What's mine is yours and yours is mine. Ha ha ha. We swap.
Yeah.
Do it in front of her. And then it's very important you read the face. You gotta read that face.
Make sure she sees and make sure you're looking at her.
Yeah, and if before her son goes to take a big bite of whatever he has or take a big gulp, if she dives across the table going, no, I think you're onto something. I think you've done it.
And if not, she'll just accept it as a weird, quirky thing that you do.
And so then the next time, don't do it.
Yeah. And that you have to, now you're into chess, okay? And you need to predict her next move.
And you do another one of you swap with her the next time and say this is it brings everyone closer together. We've seen a further documentary.
I have a bit, look, I realise what I've said so far has been fairly out of left field and fairly wild card, as is traditional of Shaun Solves.
True.
Can I put out something that even I think is a bit weird?
I'm worried.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on the back foot already, because if you say something is weird, then I'm definitely worried. Go on.
What I want you to do is, when you arrive before the meal, you go up to the bathroom. I want you to loosen every bolt in the toilet. Then, again, pre-meal, you take a laxative yourself. I want you to shit yourself so hard in this woman's house that you ruin her bathroom. It's never coming back. And it's her fault.
Lads. No, what you need to do is you need to give you and the husband laxatives.
Yeah, right? Drug your husband.
It's a scene from Bridesmaids, is what I'm thinking.
Yes. Drug laxative everyone.
Yeah.
Laxative everyone's so hard that all of you have to go to the hospital and she has to clean it up on her own.
Yeah, but she's the only one who doesn't get laxatives.
Yeah. And then no one's coming to her house anymore.
No, everyone's like, oh fuck, she poisoned all of us. Holy shit, that's terrible.
You've ruined her reputation. You've ruined her carpet. You've ruined her Saturday evening.
There's only one bathroom.
Everything.
What you really need to do is you need to get the key from the other bathroom. If there's another one upstairs, find the key, lock it from the outside, throw the key in the downstairs toilet. Right?
Nice. Good.
One of them's locked. So when one of them runs upstairs, it's locked. You're in fucking danger zone. You want the terror to just spread through the house.
I want to change the course of this evening so drastically that it becomes a traumatic event for that
nobody ever thinks of that house without having to look out a window while it's raining with sad music playing.
Yeah, people aren't going to come back to that house out of shame for the damage they caused.
I like, by the way, that the actual helper in this story just said they were just like, oh, maybe just talk to her.
That's a fucking coward's move, okay? If talking were as simple as everyone says, there'd be no problems
ridiculous.
in the world. This is war.
You are in a shitting game, right? And you need everyone to shit themselves until they just are so scared they can't come back.
Yeah, you need, because she doesn't like you, but you need people she likes to shit all over her house. Front and back door, I want them locked as well, by the way. No one's going outside.
Nobody's leaving.
No. You're locked in here with me.
We're all locked in here with the smell until we all decide who's laxative who.
And I also want you to make sure she sees you lock both doors. And she's not going to address it because she's going to be keeping up appearances.
Yeah.
But she knows something's about to happen.
Yeah. Okay, I think we've solved it. I think... I look, I don't want to say it again, and I feel like I always say it, but Shaun, the 100% record in Shaun Solves has continued.
What can I say? It's a gift, you know. I freely give it as well. I'll give advice to anyone.
You're a person of the people as well. Like, it's not just that you keep it all for yourself. Like, your life is obviously perfect because
problem free, covered in shit. However,
problem free. You've never had any stress in your life. You're the least anxious person I've ever met. So it's incredible that you take those learnings and you even pass them around to other people.
Yeah. I bequeath them in some form of good book that I distribute to the followers.
We're going to move on to our next piece of news, Shaun. And there's a bandit going around at the minute doing bizarre pranks in Salt Lake City.
Okay.
Fish bandit arrested for taping fish to ATM machines all around Salt Lake City.
Is this how do you tape a fish to anything?
Genuinely, it's a whole fish that they get from maybe the fish market, and then they get big black tape and then they just tape it to the ATM.
I mean, why is the question? A protest against Big Bank? Is that the government?
They know the 17-year-old who executed these bizarre pranks more than a dozen times between September and January. This is in Salt Lake City, as I mentioned, and they weren't always in the Provo and Orem regions, so, like, you know yourself. So he did some of these strange antics internationally too, posting videos of them on his Instagram account, where his bio states, live, laugh, tape fish at ATMs.
He's not left himself a lot of wiggle room in this case.
As you have another role on this show of being the lawyer for the criminals that pop up here, it's going to be a tough one getting this man off.
He videoed and confessed to both.
He both videoed it and put it in a bio, live, laugh, tape fish on ATMs.
When he said tape, he meant that he was recording fish that had been stuck to ATMs.
He's doing the old version of tape. 17-year-old, of course, he knows that other verb.
The old VHS tape, of course.
He loves a VHS, so he does.
Your Honour, give me a moment, please.
Your Honour, please, just 2 seconds.
Fuck.
Ooh, I am struggling.
Your Honour, AI has come on leaps and bounds in recent months.
One Instagram video even showed a fish taped to an ATM in Tokyo in what appears to be a subway station. We're going international, he wrote underneath the post. Other fishy videos were said to have been taken in Frankfurt, Germany, Guatemala City, Guatemala, and Phoenix. And yet another was taken in a bathroom stall of a Bass Pro shop store, which is a store that seems to pop up a lot here.
It's of all the places for a fish to be, it's not the weirdest, true, I suppose. Is there evidence that he's the one doing all this, or does he just control the Instagram account? Is his face in any of the videos?
I haven't watched them all. I know that the videos are aimed towards the ATM. They're not selfie mode. They're facing outwards, and he's recording the fish.
What we might have here, and I don't like playing this card. It might be like a Fight Club Tyler Durden scenario, where this man is insane and has incentivized others to do this work for him. Your Honour.
But if you're going, Your Honour, of course. But if you're going to use the Fight Club scenario, then easily the other lawyer, maybe the lawyer that you were up against, could easily say, well, I mean, he could also be both people, one recording it and the other one taping it to the ATMs.
Your Honour, with respect, you weren't there. You don't know what happened.
I love that defence for anything. Like, there's just like videos of some guy just like committing the worst crimes ever. Your Honour, you weren't there. Yeah. You don't know what these streets are like. You know what I mean? It's tough out there.
Your Honour, this man may have taped fish in Frankfurt and Tokyo and America, but he lives in the moment. And you shouldn't take that away from a 17-year-old boy.
Can I give you a defence that you might like?
Yeah. Go ahead.
He's not the person doing the taping. He's a super fan of the criminal and is following them around internationally, following clues such as like a Zodiac killer kind of follower, that he follows them around the world filming their exploits, but you never see the person who actually does it. He always gets there just too late. He's
deep undercover. He's on our side.
He's following the clues. He's just always a second behind.
You just ruined a 2-year operation by hauling this boy in.
Your Honour.
He's been working on it since he was 15.
For 15. He's been working on it since he was 7. I mean, he's been working super hard. He was 7 in 2014.
The Instagram account also says no fish were harmed in the process, by the way, which I'd wager they would have been better off not being taped to an ATM.
Yeah, but if they're already dead when he gets them, then he's not the one who's done the damage, I would say.
Well, I don't mean to put a murder charge on him, but were they dead when he got them?
I mean, they're all... I mean, I was of the opinion that he would just buy them. Why would he bring a fish with him?
No, he could. You can fish from anywhere. You can do the verb
not
to
inland.
fish.
Not
He hasn't been anywhere inland, has he?
What, like in the world? Yeah, I'm assuming
Salt Lake
he has.
City is inland, actually, isn't it? It's oh boy.
I assume he just went to a shop, maybe a fish market, bought a fish, then brings it to an ATM. He probably brings his own tape from home and then tapes the fish to the ATM.
One of the top comments says, "Free my man, he ain't done nothing wrong."
One of the fish had a cigarette in its mouth as well. So I mean, that fish is cool.
That's a cool fish. Yeah, he's probably the ringleader, you know?
He's the ringleader. He's the one actually...
He got his comeuppance. Your Honour, do you agree smoking is bad? Okay.
Your Honour, do you agree smoking is cool? Well then, that's where we are right now. That fish is cool.
Yeah, and you wouldn't arrest a cool fish, would you? I think this has only incentivised him. If you're a 17-year-old that's been arrested because you taped fish to ATMs,
yeah,
of course you're going to do that again. And also, he has enough followers now that shit's just going to happen.
Yeah.
People are going to do that. Copycat fish tapers.
And he's going to, like, Interpol are going to be after him, but he's not actually the person doing it. It's going to be copycat killers or copycat tapers.
Yeah, copycat tapers. That'd be a pretty good, like, documentary series about this whole thing. Your man's been filming it on tape for ages.
It's just not going to be good.
It'd be great. This will be a Netflix documentary in 2 years.
Oh, at some stage of like did you see the one American Nightmare?
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked, man.
It's twisted. That's
fucked.
We went on a fucked documentary binge like 6 weeks ago.
Oh no, that's a good one now. That's a good one. Yeah,
it is a good one. Do you see the Escaping Twin Flames? That one?
Oh yeah. That's fucked.
That's twisted. 5 years. That's going to be this podcast.
Oh, sorry. I forget that you were trying to start the cult from last week.
For tax reasons.
We're trying to get past the taxes. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So it's for the cults, for tax reasons. And what's our reading? Because a lot of cults, and look, I don't want to put it out there, but a lot of cults is just lonely people that you're like, well, I have the answers.
We have no answers. I know we have a segment called Shaun Solves. We have no answers.
Yeah, but I
You're just here if you want to hang out.
That. I'd just be like, no, you have to hang out with us because we know stuff. Because I think the idea of a cult is like, there's got to be a leader who somehow knows more than you.
Isn't that just what a podcast is, though? And that's why you listen to podcasts.
A podcast can be hosted by anyone. A cult leader has to be... I've watched enough of those documentaries that you have to just be a sociopath, right? Who thinks, I know more, right? And you got to get people who are sad. Who are like, oh, man, I'm having a bad day. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll make your fucking day better. Give me a $5.
See, we both self-identify as idiots, and all of our listeners are way funnier than us. So
yeah, that's the problem. This is an issue that we are going to have.
Maybe we don't do the cult thing.
Does that mean we're going to join their cult?
If you're hiring.
I'm willing to sell my house if you're hiring.
I'll sell his house too, I don't care.
I'll sell anything. I demand to join your cult.
Let me in.
Let me in. The teen faces 2 charges of property damage stemming from the cost of the cleanup. The case was referred to Juvenile Justice and Youth Services, so I don't know if he's going to get that long for taping things to an ATM, but I mean, that's just the crime he did, so what can you do?
You do the crime, you do the time. It's not much of a crime.
I suppose. Shaun, we also have a new... the next piece of news, by the way, is it's a 999 call, right? But it's for something super serious. Like it's
okay.
It's a very
your
serious,
classic source for comedy. Great.
A person who ate too much kebab called for ambulance.
Look, I've been there, brother. Oh, it's not nice.
The service had this is like a service in Wales that they did basically on like all of the 999 calls that were made in Wales in the last year. And that they're just like, so out of the 414,000 calls in the last year, 68,000, nearly 70,000 of them were not life or death emergency. They were just people just in general, just like had a kebab,
just in a bit of distress and didn't understand things. I wonder, does that spike around like Friday or Saturday night?
It has to, surely. Like,
yeah, you're not eating too much kebab on a Wednesday afternoon, I wouldn't say.
So I mean, the 3 that stuck out to me that I found were the man who had too much kebab. And the operator then, I have some of the transcript. The operator says, "Tell me exactly what's happened." And he said, yesterday evening we had some kebab and I might have had a little bit more than I'm used to. Then this morning, oh, my stomach is in a bad way.
Get an indigestion tablet now and you'll be grand.
I think he needs to go back to your one's dinner party, and actually that'd help him out.
That'll
a lot.
loosen you right up. It's
loosen you right up. You slide right out the door.
You know what you need? Strong black coffee in that situation. By the way, if anyone's stuck,
super strong.
I like it, viscous. That coffee, like.
The other call that I seen was hand stuck in letterbox. Operator, is the patient awake? Yeah, it's me. My hand stuck in the door. Is the door locked at the moment? Yeah, it's locked, ma'am. No, my hand's stuck in the fucking letterbox. How old are you? Open the door. My hand's fucking stuck.
Shouting to someone in the house.
Shouting to someone on the phone. So like they're like, how old are you? Open the fucking door, my hand is stuck. But they're ringing the operator like, why are you not here already?
But like, how do you get a hand stuck in it? Why are you reaching that far into a letterbox?
Yeah, and then that just makes me think of Homer Simpson with his hand in the vending machine,
holding onto the can. Yeah.
And then the other one I seen was I have a bottom part denture and I went to clean my teeth and I said, where's my false teeth? This sounds crazy, but I don't know what else to do. Could I have swallowed my false teeth?
I think you'd know if you swallowed your false teeth.
Imagine ringing the 999 just being like, do you think I swallowed my false teeth? I know you've never met me and we don't know each other, but do you think I did? I'm not quite sure.
Did you ever swallow weird things as a kid? I didn't, for what it's worth. Like, there's
no fucking way you didn't, right? Stop lying to everyone, okay?
I used to eat the paper off Starburst, but other than that...
Of course you did.
And the wax off a Baby Bell, actually, as well.
Oh my God, you're a lunatic. Anything else?
No, I think that's pretty good. I think
we've all eaten the paper off of Starbucks because that's a sneaky one. Because you rip it, but it rips at the bottom underneath, the bit you can't see.
This
like
is
a little bit of it.
On a summer's day, you have a pack of those in your pocket and you go to eat them. Oh, it's hopeless, lads. Absolutely hopeless.
I accidentally ate tinfoil a few weeks ago. I was eating a sandwich.
Recently?
When I had it wrapped up in tinfoil, brought into work. And so then I'm just eating, right? But it was on like the under bit. I couldn't see it. It wasn't until I bit into it I was like, that's not a sandwich.
There was one time I made a bolognese and I was like stirring it for ages. I left it simmer. It was fucking nice. I was in college at the time, so I was really proud of it. And then I started eating, and I bit something that I couldn't bite through.
Oh.
And I went back and I looked in the pot, and all of the Teflon in the saucepan had come off and been mixed into the bolognese.
Fuck off.
Yeah. So I just had to throw the whole fucking thing out.
What? How did you do that?
I have no fucking idea. It's never happened before or since.
What?
It was an old pot, so I assume the Teflon loosens over time.
True. I mean, what are the microplastics levels on that? Probably not a lot or a lot.
In the grand scheme of things, fucking I was dead anyway. So
we're all done, no matter what it is.
What happens if you eat Teflon?
What?
What happens if you eat Teflon? There are no adverse health effects.
I mean, that's clearly a fucking lie. Like, if you eat a pound of Teflon, there's surely a side effect.
Well, they're saying if a person ingests a flake of non-stick coating, the flake is non-toxic and would pass through the body without being absorbed.
Yeah, but that's what they think now in 2024. But what will they think in 2044? They'll be like, if you eat fucking Teflon, you're dead, lad.
It's the equivalent of smoking 8,000 cigarettes.
Yeah, they thought the 50 cigarettes were fine. I mean, like, what do we not know about Teflon?
Oh, what do we not know about Teflon?
It's the 5G towers, man. They're interacting with the Teflon. Don't get me started, Sean. It's all there. It's all clearly out there.
You can try and pin them on for something. Fuck. Hang on.
Here we go. There's something.
You can try and get them for a crime, but the charges won't stick. There we go. Fuck, I'm happy with that one, lads. I might call it early, honestly, because it's not getting better than that.
The best kind of jokes are the ones that you say in this kind of verbiage, and then you finish with, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, no, I had to work it out, but we got there, you know.
They're the best kind of jokes. That's how you know a stand-up comedian is like fucking on top form when they're speaking like that, and then they stick their finger up and say, I'm happy with that one.
When there's no confidence to the improv, that's when it's at its funniest.
That's when it's at its peak. Really, it is. So, Sean, we are actually going to finish this week. I feel like there was a team, but I think we took the team too far earlier on. And it probably wouldn't be that big a problem if we hadn't gone too far. Because our last story is Augusta burglar calls 911 after getting stuck and pooing himself. Sean.
Wow, it's like all the stories melding together.
I feel like, yes, but also we kind of went too far earlier on, and now this story is like, yeah, he shit himself. I
mean, in what position? Where did he get stuck and where did he shit himself?
So, Brandon Thorne of Aiken was a stinky mess when deputies took the elevator.
Fucking rinse the man, why don't you?
To rescue him from the 15th floor of the building. It was just after midnight on Wednesday. So, Thor had called 911 for help from a stolen cell phone, saying he was locked inside the building and unable to get out. Security officers directed them to the 15th floor, which uses the space for Vision Wireless, a wireless expense management company. There are a lot of words in a row. Don't know what they mean.
That job isn't relevant to survival.
The high-rise, billed as the city's most prominent downtown building, is also home to the Pinnacle Club on the 17th floor. Sean, you know all about that, don't you?
Yeah, the Pinnacle Club, it's a local.
Yeah, we're kind of cultured. We know exactly what you're talking about.
It's a women's rock climbing club based in the United Kingdom.
I didn't know that. Fair enough.
Okay, that's all you need to know.
I don't know all the ins and outs of the geography of Augusta. I'm apologising. After finding Thorne, officers noticed that he had feces on the back of his pants and left some on the furniture he had been sitting on. They found a shattered glass door which may have been his entry point. The suspect claimed he had gone into the building for safety from two individuals who were trying to kidnap him. While inside, he opened brand new cell phones sitting on office desks and discharged a fire extinguisher. Once he got downstairs, he confessed that no one was trying to kidnap him, but he could not offer an explanation as to why he was inside. So, he had broken in to the building to steal some shit, and then realised very quickly that the place was all in lockdown, and he could not get back out.
Right. But he had to go to the bathroom at the time.
He was locked inside the offices, yes.
Also, I looked it up. The one in Augusta, the Pinnacle Club, is a fine dining restaurant. They probably have bathrooms in there.
True, but that's on the 17th floor. This is the 15th floor, and he can't go up nor down. He's locked in.
Sorry. Okay, so he's no access to stairs or anything. Is there no bathrooms on the 15th floor?
What, is this some kind of horror, like slavery thing that like you're not allowed to go piss when you're at work?
That's illegal, surely.
Has to be. Unless,
I would hope so.
Through a series of terrible luck, he's locked in the only part of the office, like that door leads to the bathrooms, but that one is locked.
Oh, maybe that's what's happening. That it's just that. Yeah, there's public bathrooms on the floor, but
he can't get to them.
I mean, there's other opportunities than shitting your pants, though. Go in a bin.
Okay, let's try and get this more and more like smaller. Maybe he's locked in an office.
Yeah, but that again.
Still, shit in the bin. Is what you're saying.
Don't shit in your pants and then sit on things.
I just think systematically, maybe for aerodynamics, I think shitting in your pants is always a poor idea. If you can get it out anywhere else, go for that.
Yeah, just pure. Especially if you're committing a crime, like, don't.
They already have you.
Yeah, like, do. And if you want to be a prick about it, the paper drawer of the printer, like.
But then you also have to think of when he's in court, he should have doubled down on the kidnap story, because he could have been like, 2 lads were trying to kidnap me, I shat myself on my way in here, and so because I was so scared of what they were going to do to me.
But there'll be cameras, they'll know he's not being chased.
But well, he just needs to specifically pick a corner where there's no cameras
to shit himself in.
Yeah.
No, but they'll see him on the way in, that there's no one behind him.
No, but that's what I mean. He needs to be like, on his way out, have a glance around. Where are the cameras? Where are they pointed? What's going on? Oh, there's a blind spot over there. I shit myself over there.
You're giving this man a lot of, like, prep. You know, you're ascribing a lot of levels of preparation to this man.
For a man who's covered in his own shit, yeah.
Yeah. Who shit through his jeans.
Okay, yeah, look, I feel like I may have put too much onto the lad, but at the same time, I mean, we gotta believe in these people. I'm his lawyer. I have to try and get him off.
I'll be honest, I think prison, man, they have bathrooms, you know?
Also, your rep in prison is kind of rude when you're like, oh, what happened in your case? Well, I shat myself and then I got arrested.
You would just say, oh, I got arrested for burglary, wouldn't you?
Yeah. They're going to call you Shitty McGee or something if you go in there with the wrong attitude.
Yeah. So I think maybe if you know you're going to prison, create a bigger scene to get a cooler nickname for yourself.
Find a samurai sword or like a
just
grenade
smoke a
or
cigar
something.
in the courtroom.
A cigar, yeah, just go all out. I mean, you need a cooler nickname than Shitty McGee.
Yeah, or dress up as a bear and have them hunt you.
Perfect, yes. So, Shaun, I think that's it for this week's Weird News.
What a week. Would you like me to take us out, Connor?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We will be back on Friday with Hero or Zero. Next Monday we will have an episode of Movie Mondays, and then next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesday. Big thank you to everyone over on Patreon, patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Link to that is in the description. And shout outs of course go to Róisín and Baby Ben Palmer, Joe Burney, Ryan Komatsu, Dozer, Enthusiast Evanson, Waffles Loves You and hopes you have a good day, David Clarke, Shaun Chuck in the wash and it'll be grand Jamieson, Dominic, Anna Irish Walrus Forever, and congrats Róisín on your baby Hjelmroos, Danny McLaughlin, Luke is the Gay Gamer, Lordsmish, Michelle Browne, Michaela Doughty, Frost, overwhelmed by uni and bad choices. Same, except for the uni thing. Ed Ball, Conor and Lorraine are debating which is cuter, Shaun's proposal on Japan or Conor's proposal on the PELP. Russ, a polite request that we do not hear any more spiders where they should not be reports. Parfitt. Agreed.
Disagree. Hard disagree.
And he picks the story, so I'm real sorry, Russ. Jackson Bruheim decided to let Shaun stay as host. I do appreciate that. Liz had a few too many on St. Paddy's Day and tipsily subscribed to the Patreon. Ciara Lawler, Judge Lahey, The Amazing World of Keza, Mikey is a ledge bag and Chair's #1 supporter. See? I told you Chair had fans.
I'm disappointed in you, Mikey.
Kyle Borowski, Rory screamed when he was responded to on Twitter, and Shaun subbed to the Patreon after 10 creamy pints. thank you everyone for your continued support of the show. You help it happen every single week and every single month, so thank you all very, very much. If you want to support us, head over there, or you can go to heroesforhire.ie/shop. Twitter is at Heroes for Hire Pod, the 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Divilment's discussion group. Instagram is Heroes for Hire Podcast, and the best way to ever help out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just a one, please.
And I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So I've been Conor Lorraine.
I have been Shaun Mead.
I shall see you all next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.